Hurricane here. Welcome to another exciting episode of A Drink with the Hurricane. Cheers. Alright, so for today's episode of A Drink with the Hurricane, we are going to talk about hospital marketing. Yes, hospital marketing. I'm going to just take a stab at this. Most of you watching this video are not getting referrals from hospitals. You can't get in there. It's closed. They have their own home care company and all the other 9 million reasons why you can't get into a hospital. So, we're going to talk a little bit about that right now. And instead of me doing the talking, like always, I'm going to turn it over to my in-house hospital expert, Anna the Storm Conlin, who I've worked with for almost a decade now. So, Anna, what's the first thing I should do when it comes to hospital marketing?
Thanks, Steve. The first thing that you should do is develop a marketing plan. How you're going to approach the hospital, who you're going to contact, and you have to identify the resources in planning an effective marketing plan. How are you going to do that? You need to identify, are there any specialty programs? What tools are you going to utilize so that you do have an effective marketing plan? So there are some resources out there that you may have to pay for, but there are others in the industry that you can just get information, like going to the hospital's website. You could use things like Medicare.gov, Hospital Compare. You want to also identify with the penalty diagnoses, what are their readmission rates and so forth. So you have to really do your research so that you can qualify your primary and your secondary hospitals. Think of a hospital like a puzzle, and you're putting the pieces together to that puzzle, and the hospital is the center of the puzzle.
And so I love that analogy with the puzzles. You start at the outside, work your way to the inside, do your research. Why should we do all of this research? What's the value of it?
The more prepared you are going into the hospital, the more of a resource you're going to present yourself, whether it's the chief medical officer, the director of case management, or the director of social services. The more you know about that hospital and the hospital's culture and what are their needs, the better off you're going to be, and you're going to show the value that you're bringing in with your services.
How am I going to get my foot in the door, or how am I going to take this information and get it to the people that I need to show it to?
Great question, and this is a question that comes up all the time. I love the hospitals. The hospitals, it's like my power, my mission. And in order to go out there, how are you going to deliver? You need to first know your wow factors. What's your niche? What separates you from your competitors? That's the first thing you need to know. We know so many people in the industry that go in and they don't even understand their wow factors. So you need to know your wow factors. You should have, obviously, your brochures, your collateral, but have something, a specialty program that now you can complement the services that that hospital needs, or be an extension of those services.
Talk about wow factor, right? Does Anna know her stuff or what? When people contact us for services and they say they want to get into the hospitals, I'm like, you don't even want to work with me, all right? You want to work with Anna. She knows her stuff better than anybody else when it comes to the hospitals. And I couldn't have said it better myself. Your specialty program, your niche, what makes you different? What is your wow factor? When you finally get in front of that director of case management or that executive at the hospital, you have got to wow them immediately to allow them, or to get them to allow you to come back and develop a referring relationship, because you're different from everybody else. But when you just go walking in blindly without doing your research first, which is exactly what she's talking about, you're basically cutting off your nose to spite your face. So, if you want to work with Anna, if you want to work with me, if you want to work with Nicole and all of the rest of our people, you need to be part of Team Hurricane. All of us are hanging out with all of our members of Team Hurricane every day, sharing great information, stories from people all across the country, and it's helping them get business from places like assisted living, skilled nursing, and yes, even hospitals. So if you're not a member of Team Hurricane, I strongly recommend you sign up for it now. Our featured webinar of the month is going to be creating a transitional care management program, and that's what the hospitals want.